Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. A rich and vibrant heart. Bring the stranger to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
Real so the princess starts here.
And
You'll
at the
know
end
it
of
when
that
you see it.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wow. I wonder how many people get that on the first try. Alright. How are my saves looking? My saves are still here. That's promising. Let's just go here. Not that there would really be any point to keeping the beginning saves.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting Tab on your keyboard or R1 on your controller. Thank you. So I've done all of these. So I'll just be like, oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
I'll be really... I feel bad. I did everything the narrator did not want me to do because I was arguing semantics. So I'll be extra nice this time.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay. Hold on, so what does Tab do? Tab... Dimensional part of the job. Have I not seen... Okay, I guess this is my first time seeing this, so should be
We're not
fine.
gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I guess this is like mostly new dialogue, so it makes sense. Okay.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So the voice of the hero. Oh, interesting. So the voice of the hero is just another voice inside my head. The narrator is talking to me. Proceed into the cabin. Oh, it's so
The
interesting.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Mm-hmm.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You know what? I'll commit to being extra nice to the narrator. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Ah, dang it! I'm not gonna be able to do my cool grip. I can't do my cool grip anymore, and I also can't throw it out the window. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Maybe.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Hmm.
Who's there?
Interesting. So I got the stern princess, the angry one.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi. I'll save again just because, you know, saving is, saving. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Oh. She does sound in charge.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Mm-hmm.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I love how it's also, like, her face looks different from the other princess.
Focus on the task at hand.
Yep. You got it, narrator.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Possibly. I'll just, let's just get it over with. We don't need to talk. Steal your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Yup. That's what's happening right now.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Oh, I'm not here to kill you. I am just here to get all the endings so I can go back to the primordial being and and do whatever it is she wants me to do.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Does this universe have guns? Why didn't we bring a gun?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I mean, now that I know what my end goal is, there's no reason for me to there's no reason for me to do that, or to not do that, actually.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
You're right, narrator. You're so right. End it. Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Yup. Yeah, I do that.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Yeah, this is all for the sake of experimentation, all for the sake of sending fragments of a concept to the whole concept.
Oh.
Yeah. How does that make you feel? Have your feelings changed at all since in the last few seconds?
This is it, isn't it?
It doesn't sound like it's it. It sounds like it doesn't sound like you're dying.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder.
You still don't sound like you're dying.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
No. Yes, maybe? I don't know.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
I mean, fragments of the... Yeah. Yep.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
I mean, she is, man. It does make me wonder who the narrator is. Because if the narrator has to be some kind of... It's gonna be one of two things, maybe. My first two thoughts are it's either going to be someone who loves the whole concept and wants to have the whole form and be free, or it's antagonistic and wants to try to destroy the fragments so the whole concept can never be whole. A third possibility could be that he just doesn't know. And that could also be very interesting. Also, I'm going to take another screenshot. I should probably have been taking screenshots this whole time, but it's okay.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? Oh, that's how I do that. It's going to make getting thumbnails so much easier. Oh my gosh. Cool. Okay. We've done it.
But is it over? Really over?
Oh, you sweet summer child. You've forgotten everything. It's not over yet. Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Yeah.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Okay. Yep.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Because we have. But also we haven't. This is one timeline of many.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
I don't know. We'll see.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, let's just get out of here. Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
And I live or I die.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Okay.
What happened?
So slaying the princess ended the world?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
And why is that? Why am I... How do I know you're telling me the truth, narrator? I'll just be like, committing to being extra nice. I'll just be like, oh, okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind.
Yeah, that's me. You're welcome.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I fully believe you and will not question that at all.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
I've never been happier. I know that because the narrator told me so.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Are we? I don't know. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
He's telling us, and it's true. No, we're happy. I'm sure of it. Hang on. Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person that talked. No, we'll commit. We'll commit to being extra nice to the narrator because we spent all that time not doing it the last time. No, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
You got it, man.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. happy still has plenty of meaning.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Happy has so much meaning. Happiness is subjective. Anything can make anyone happy. And for us right now, happiness means living out the rest of our non-time in a cabin with a dead body in the basement.
Please shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
Do we, though?
The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears.
Yup. I'm happy here.
Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
That sounds good to me. No thinking, no thoughts, head empty. Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Past the point of no return. There's no going back now. Huh. So I got a fake ending, which theoretically would have sent me back to the beginning. But now that I accidentally found the primordial concept on my first try, I am now committed to getting fragments of the concepts. I can't get fake endings anymore. I have to get the real endings that send the concept fragments back to the primordial being. Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
We have to stab ourselves.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
I mean, yeah.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Yeah.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
This reminds me of, like, Just Monica.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Yup.
Don't you dare.
I think you've outstayed your welcome, narrator. I was nice. I was nice to you. I indulged your requests, but I am now committed to a higher being. I've committed myself to someone else. I'm sorry, narrator, but things are just not going to work out. I'm not happy here. It's not me, it's you. Or no, it's not you, it's me. Wouldn't using the blade just, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
This game is so good.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
You have a point there.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
Mm-hmm.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
That's true. But I'll keep being like the nicest to the narrator option that I can. You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
You're right, fair enough.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You You ingrate.
Hey, I indulged your I did everything that you wanted me to do. Now I want to go exploring.
Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Yep. We do indeed do
Princess's
that.
body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Sweet, that means it'll do the job.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Yep.
The end. Nice knowing you.
You too, narrator. Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Uh-huh. But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Shush.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Okay.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Huh.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Uh-huh.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I mean... No, I did. But then the other lady told me not to.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
I mean, it didn't feel like... questionable.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Is there a difference? Which begs the question, does... Well, I guess it's like, are you saying I need to slay the princess in every world if the second one is true?
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
I guess I don't know.
It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Oh. This is very interesting.
Just stay focused, will you?
Can we slay the narrator? Can we? Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Let's see. If anything, the world ended after I slew her. When I tried to leave, everything was gone.
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes. Maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end.
Exactly.
But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all.
Fair.
You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here.
Are you sure?
And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise.
Sure, narrator, sure.
Well, that's exactly what we're afraid of. Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
Cabin does indeed await. Last time around, I stabbed her in the heart and she died. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
Narrator, you're starting to sound more and more flimsy. Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
You're oversimplifying things. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Oh, yeah.
You're the only person capable of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Call it a prophecy, if that helps.
Yep.
It's just the way things are.
I fully believe you.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Hero, come on. Calm down.
Of course we're special.
We're the only one getting trapped after all. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I don't think that's true.
This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking, so let's just do as he says, and maybe he'll stop bothering us.
You know, that's true. That's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Sure it is. Let's just proceed to the cabin, I guess, because turning around and leaving is going to get us to the entity. The concept.
A warning before you go any further.
Yes.
She will lie,
Yep.
she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
Yeah. She's already dead. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
This is different. And again, you did not mention the mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Exactly. Can we... He didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Why are you lying to me?
There's definitely a mirror.
Is this dialogue I can skip?
There isn't.
But there is.
Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body so we can be done with this.
Alright. I care whether I'm being lied to. I mean, we're being lied to. You're right, it doesn't matter.
But it does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from meaningless. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. But there was a mirror a second ago.
There was indeed.
And now it's
Doesn't matter
gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
now. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
All right. I'll take the blade. My
You
goodness.
take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
And I'll enter the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
All right. Well, let's see if it stuck. Let's see if she's dead or not.
The room below is silent.
Good sign, bad sign, not sure.
Nobody's here. Naturally.
We'll see.
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
Let's keep going.
I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Yep. Only thing to do.
As you
And she's
descend
dead.
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
What did we tell ya, narrator?
Okay, she's definitely dead.
Yeah, there we go.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh, that's not good.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Okay, well, this was called the Spectre, so I figured this was coming, so...
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
It means we're sending... Is this the fragment going to meet the whole, the entity? Or not?
Ghost!
Really? A ghost!
Oh.
Yep.
Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
It could... I don't know if I want to find out, but you know, we're going to find out.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
So do I. You know, this narrator...
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Alright, not sure I like this, but, you know, worst thing... Well, I don't know if worse things have happened. I haven't experienced a whole lot of this game yet, but we'll see.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Uh-huh.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
I mean, do we want to, though? Do we really want to, though? Voice of the Cold, you're starting to, like... Also, I love the different voices this one guy is putting on. They are very... They're distinct enough that this is really good. Wait and see how things play out or slay her again. Do I want to keep committing to being extra nice to the narrator? You know what? Yeah, I'm committed. Yeah, let's
Without a
slay her.
moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade.
But she's a ghost, so it doesn't do anything.
It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Okay, yeah, I could have predicted that. Yeah, interesting.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Thank you. I think.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I'm being honest, because the narrator told me to. Let's see. If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop being the victim. Of course, I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed last time. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? What do you want from me? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts. Slay the princess harder. Fine, if I can't hear you, then it really isn't anything for me to do here. I guess I'll get going. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, killer.
I know. That's what's interesting.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
This is really cool so far.
And you don't feel dead either.
I know. That's why I was hoping you could tell me why.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
Okay.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
What am I? What does that mean?
I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
That's so. I love the sound design is so good in this game.
I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here.
I feel that, you know? I was cold and alone once. And now I'm also just back here. But I'm not a ghost for some reason.
And you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Do I have a choice in the matter?
After all, you owe me.
Okay, so I don't have a choice in the matter. Got it. Cool.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I could. Maybe? I don't know.
Is she asking if she can possess us?
I think she is.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
Oh, that would...
I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
What an interesting idea.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
What an incredibly interesting idea. This is temporary. If I let you in, do I still get to be in control? I doubt any of this is going to matter at all. So you know what? I'm curious. And I don't think I actually have a choice here. So let's let the princess meet the narrator. So let's follow the voice of the cold. Sounds great. Do it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
All right, this is gonna be
for the body killer.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Yeah. Okay, the narrator.
See you soon.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Things are fine.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
No, I want to know what happens if she and the narrator interact.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Oh? Are they not going to meet? Oh, man.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Uh-huh.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Yeah, right?
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yeah, essentially. Yep. Here, you know what? We're going to save. Yeah, disembodied voice and...
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
And not just multiple voices, yeah.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor? Are they also supposed to be you?
I don't know what that means.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Am I?
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I'm... a voice? I'm me, is what I am.
Then what body am I currently in?
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
Kind of, actually.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
Yeah, narrator. Care to comment?
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
I don't know either. You get me so much.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Okay, interesting.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there, like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Interesting.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
More of a More of a memory than a person?
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
No, the princess.
Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
That's so funny.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Oh, now who's being rude, huh?
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone.
Thank you.
Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
Okay, what does that mean? I mean, I did... Yeah.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
I genuinely have no idea. I can slay the princess again? I can't think straight. There's too much noise.
Then don't think. Just move.
One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
That would be nice. Maybe.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens when we leave. But if I'm stuck in here, I'll be making some renovations. It's too crowded.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't be rude to me. It's so funny that I can slay the princess again. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know what? Let's leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But according to him, it is.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
But apparently he does.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
I mean, that's a good point.
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
But I don't care anymore because I've killed someone and I spent eternity in a fake bliss.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I'm so blissfully ignorant.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Probably same world reborn.
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
Uh-huh.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Good point, good point.
It's because he can't stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
Oh, you know, that's a good point too.
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
Wait, then why... Wait. So you're just passing it on to me because you can't do it yourself? How dare you?
And whine.
Exactly.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
But what if I don't want to do that? I can only trudge forward. Well, let's get trudging.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
This is so cool. Like, all of these, the writing is so fascinating. The character of, like, the narrator and the princess are so fascinating. I know I am, like, kind of, like, bantering with the game a little bit, but, like, in case it is not clear, through all of it, I am having such a good time. And I'm already so fascinated, despite only being like 2 hours in.
Finally! Finally!
Yeah, you'll be free. Maybe. I don't know, actually.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
I love the voice of the cold. It's so good. Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open.
Mm-hmm.
Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
Look up and... Oh, the narrator fades away.
Yes?
So, the end of the world is still... The world is still like it was after I slayed her. That's not good.
Nothing. He's gone. And so is everything else.
Okay, so you'll... Wait. So you knew you would end the world?
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here.
We are.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
I don't know.
Alright. Let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
Pick up a passenger and take her to her destination. You feel lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Guessing not. All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
You're welcome. All's well that ends well, you know.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
I mean, you're rejoining the whole. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I'm gonna hit tab. Okay. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You don't need to comfort him.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
At least I think it is.
Whatever makes you happy.
I feel like I should save. I feel like I'm saving it all the wrong parts. Like, I feel like I should have saved, like... I mean, I do still have my save from when I first started. So I could just... I do still have the ability to negate all of this as long as I don't... as long as I never erase my first save, I have the ability to negate all of this and play the game as if I hadn't met the entity. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Tab. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. Do I look bigger? Am I bigger? I can't tell. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. I'll go ahead and hit, whoops, I hit caps by mistake. Tab. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
A
Whenever
bigger
you
concept.
are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
I do want to explore. Hang on. I'm ready to go. It's so interesting. Attack the entity or destroy my body. That is like more... That's so interesting. But okay. Are you the same being as you were before? How much has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
It's so crazy to me that I got this first. Like, I don't know how other people typically play this game. I just thought it would be funny to argue the semantics of the one statement he made, of the narrator made, and it has brought me to committing to a whole thing, which is kind of insane. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
I wonder if maybe the combined princesses would have happened no matter what. In like, I'm wondering if I found the entity because I got the combined princesses, or if no matter what I would have gotten for like my first ending, quote unquote, I would have found the entity. I don't know. I have a feeling not, because the achievement that said the real game starts here, that implies that I could have gone for a few endings without meeting the entity. But I don't know how limited that would have been.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
That's fair, I guess. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When all this is done, what do you want to do? Do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
Every princess bring new experiences could change her mind.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
So I don't know. Oh, you know what? Okay, so that tells me, and I think I just thought of, like, them referring to it as the long quiet. I think I know what's going on. So there are fake endings, right? Like, it's like I said before, I can't get fake endings. Every ending I get needs to result in bringing a vessel to her. And so it just so it just so happened that the first ending I got led to the long quiet, which means that, like, there must be multiple ways to get to the long quiet. So, like, if I had done this first, if I had done this exact route first, it would have ended up with the ghost being absorbed and me meeting the entity the first time. Or it could have resulted in the fake ending. I could have stopped, gotten that quote-unquote happy ending, and restarted. But I'm now locked into picking the exact dialogue options that will lead me to the long quiet. Maybe. That's just my theory. I can't help but wonder what I would have missed out on, or what I'm missing out on, if anything, because I happened to stumble across the long quiet first. But if it is like being, if there are multiple ways to get there, like I'm thinking there might be, maybe it's a lot easier than I think it is to end up getting to this point.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen.
They haven't,
and
though.
To perspectives I have already made my own.
They haven't, though.
They are useless to us now. Inaccessible.
The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
So maybe I can't. Maybe I just can't repeat things. I genuinely don't know. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I have goosebumps. This is so good. I'm not going to say that, nor will I say that, because I don't want to commit to killing her. And I also don't need to know. Something tells me not even she knows the answer. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. A yearning heart, bring the spectre to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, I'm gonna save. So, very interesting that the achievement called the entity her with a capital H, and our character, the hero, refers to the narrator as capital H him. It must stand to reason that if the narrator is less than a person, a fragment of memory, or more of a memory than a person, the narrator must be a piece of me, and all of the princes I'm slaying are pieces of her. So maybe as she grows and changes, I also grow and change. It's so interesting. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here, but I am going to get to recording more of this very soon. I don't know exactly how I'm going to edit this. It seems to take me about an hour and 20 minutes to get through each route, so I don't know if I'm going to edit those down or if I'm just going to leave them as is. We'll see. But yeah, this has been fascinating so far. The writing is amazing. The art is very good, very evocative. I feel like I've only seen a fraction of what this game has to offer. And I haven't seen much of any scary stuff yet. But I'm sure I will. This is truly fascinating. And I can tell that this is going to be something special. I can see why so many people wanted to see this. And I can see why it is so popular. So when we come back, we will pick our next route through the woods in the cabin. And we will see what other beings we can bring to the entity, to her, next. And beyond that, we shall see. So thank everybody so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be notified of when I upload a new part of the file to the archives, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, as well as leave a like or comment if you so desire. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.